What's up, everybody? We're here on FreeCodeCamp.org, Daily Coding Challenge, September 22nd. Digits versus letters. Given a string, return the string digits. If the string you got has more digits than letters, return letters if it has more letters than digits, and return tie if it has the same amount of digits and letters. Digits consist of 0 through 9. Letters consist of A through Z in uppercase or lowercase, and we want to ignore any other characters. Looking through the test cases, I see that we will get symbols and we can have spaces, but other than that, it looks pretty straightforward. I can think of two ways to do this. The first way, we could just kind of keep track of how many we find of each letters or digits. And then the challenge will just be to figure out how to determine, as we loop through the string, how will we determine if it's a letter or if it's a digit? My first impression and what I gravitate toward is checking isNaN when I call parseInt on something. This will let me know it is not a number, so I can handle it accordingly. And therefore, the opposite of that is that it is a number. And we plug in our string at index I character. Now, if it is nan, then it is something else, and it's probably either a letter or a symbol. How can we check to see if it's a letter and not a symbol? I could think of checking to uppercase not equal to lowercase. So if it is a letter and we check and compare to uppercase or to lowercase on it, it will be different. Setting to uppercase on a letter will set it to uppercase if it is lowercase. Setting to lowercase on a letter will set it lowercase if it is uppercase. In either case, it won't be the same. But the same can't be said for a symbol. Done and done. And now we just have to kind of determine, based on our counts, what is the string we are returning. I guess we could do something like checking to see if digit count and letter count are equal. Then we want to return tie. Otherwise, if letter count is greater than digit count, then we return letters. And if none of that is true, we return digits. Hold your breath. And that is a solution. Thundercats, ho! So that is a little verbose. Let's reset it and look at a simpler to reason about solution. We can get the letter count a different way. If we get the letter count using regular expressions with match, so match will return an array of occurrences, and we can check for uppercase and lowercase A through Z globally across the whole string. And that may return null. So if it does, we just resolve this expression as an empty array. And that way we can safely call length on it. And we can do the same thing with the digit count. And I'm just going to copy this here and change the regular expression to be 0 through 9. And I believe we could also do escape D. ECMAScript compliant behavior /D is equivalent to 0 through 9. Yeah, so that tells me that we can probably do \D, but I usually tend toward that, which is why I wasn't sure if the other thing worked. And now we can return letter count equal to digit count, question mark, tie, ternary, and letter count greater than digit count letters, otherwise digits. Boom, boom, boom. And that is another solution. So those are two ideas you could go with in solving this challenge. Thanks very much for watching, and I will catch you tomorrow. Have a good one.